Okay, so for 1 and 2, okay, shh. So I got negative 5/8 and a half. So how many of you got that? Did you really get that, or you're just raising your hand now? You got it. Did you get it? Okay. So what's the, on number 1, the biggest mistake is not including the signs, right? But what's the biggest mistake on number 2? So if I multiply this side by 3, you forget to multiply the second side by 3. Or you don't multiply the 12 by 3. So don't forget those tomorrow, because there are 2 of these, and they look just like this. Number 3 and 4. Bless you. So domain is left to right, and range is bottom to top. Left to right, bottom to top. Shh. And what's the vertical line test? So if you lay your pen or pencil down, how many times does the graph touch your pencil? If it's once, it passes the vertical line test, and so it's a function. Okay. For the next one, what's the vertex here? It's -5, -3. And then what is the slope? It's the 2. So from the -5, -3, you count up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. And that's how I got my absolute value graph. So the transformations are 5 to the left, 3 down, and a stretch of 2. I'm positive. So when it says to write an absolute value form, do you see where this F is right here on top? See the F? All I did is where that F is, instead of the F, I put the absolute value signs. Everything else is the same. Everything stayed the same. Just put the absolute value signs around it. So the vertex is -5, -3. The axis of symmetry is x equals -3. And if you don't put the x equals, it's wrong. The domain is -infinity to infinity every time. And then bottom to top is my range. So again, on number 6, where it says to write the equation in absolute value form, where the F is, all I did is I put the absolute value symbol. I just substituted the symbol. Where? It's -5. Duh. Duh. Thank you. You didn't catch it. She caught it. You're duh. She's smart. Okay. After I substitute in the absolute value sign, the graph will reflect. Does this graph reflect? Because there's no negative. There's no negative. So the graph will translate. It'll go 18 to the right and 10 up. Why is this a stretch? It's bigger than, the 10/3 is bigger than 1, so it's a stretch. So my A is 10/3, my B is 1, 18, and 10. If there was a negative here with the 10/3, which way would it reflect? Over which axis? x. If it was negative, it would reflect over the x-axis. So here are the equations. And if it's upside down, I know the A has to be negative. And the last, this is negative, so it reflected over the x-axis. The 2/3 is less than 1, so it's a compression. It moved 25 to the left, 38 down. The 8 is a stretch. I moved 18 to the right and 27 up, and there's the vertexes.